What's up everybody, my name is Kasper Nørgaard and today we're going to take a look at the RGB LED light from Andycine called R1. A while ago I made a review of the Falcon Eyes F7 and today we're going to unbox the R1 from Andycine. Right now I'm using it for a fill light, so fill in the shadows of my face right here. And it's only at 28%, so you can see you have plenty options. Because it's an RGB light, you can also get different colors like the green I have back here, or one of the other 360-degree colors. So the light looks like this. Right now it's at 28% at daylight balanced. You have the opportunity to change the mode to RGB light and dial in the different colors in the color spectrum. Right now it's at 75%. You can dim the light down to 10%. It has an internal battery which you're charged by a USB-C cable, which is included in the kit. You also have the option to switch over to the effects in this light. I think there are 7 effects. The first one is lightning strike. We have another type of lightning strike. Then you have a shift between all the colors and more party shifting in these colors. And you have the ambulance or a police car effect. And the last one right here. In this light, when you're switching through the modes, you only see the name effect 7, for example, or effect 6, 1, and so on. So you're not able to see what the name is, which is much better at the Falcon Eyes F7. That is something they could easily update with a firmware update in this one. So let's just check how bright the light is and how you can dim it. Right now I have a soft box with fluorescent bulbs. So if I kill the light and use this one instead, let's see how it looks. And remember, right now we have 28% at 5600 Kelvin. So if I bump it up, so right now the light is at 100%. It's pretty close to me, but you can see that it's actually a bit too strong or a bit too powerful for this. So you have to dial in your camera or turn down the lights a bit or move the light away. Because it's a small light source and you don't have anything in front of the lens, in front of the light that is diffusing the light, you can see that the shadows right here is very hard. You can change this with a softbox. But you can dim it all the way down to 10%. So it's very nice to use as a small fill light to get the shadows filled in over here. As you can see, if I switch it away and get it back. I really think this light is really nice. This is a budget version of the Falcon F7, for example. This is half the price, approximately, of the Falcon Eyes F7. So if you think that that is too much, you can get a cheaper alternative, which could be this one. When using the RGB colors, the CRI levels does not matter because you will not use this as your key light, but you can easily use it as a fill light and you can use it as a background light like I have the F7 back here right now. But this Andycine R1, I would use this in the future. It's made out of, I thought it was plastic, but actually I think it's aluminium it's made of. It's very lightweight, that's why I thought it was made in plastic. The buttons are okay. It's not top notch, but I think that it works fine, and I don't think there is going to be any wear out of it. It's pretty easy to switch on. You have the power mode button right here. Then you have the mode button up here, which changes between the normal daylight balance or tungsten balance light to one of the other programs in here. One of them is the RGB light, and the other one is the effects. At the end here we have the tactical button, which you can push down to change your focus in the menu, but also dial to change the intensity of the light, or for example switch between the colors of the RGB lights. There is one quarter thread in the button and one USB-C charging input. On the back there is a small LCD screen, so you can monitor everything that you change in this light. I think it's very small, so it's very nice to put different places where you cannot have a big softbox, for example. But let's just switch real quick. Now we are at green, 10%. Let's switch it up. So as you can see, it's pretty easy to add even more, or for example add another color. Let's try that. See, right here you can mix between the green and the blue and actually create something. It's a little bit like a drink. Yeah, you can get something really weird when you have multiple RGB lights. So let's start unboxing. So in here you get an operation manual. I think it's just an explanation. You get a dear customer thing. You get a little microfiber cloth to wipe your lens. Then you get the USB-C charging cable and a little thread, cold shoe thread to attach to your camera cold shoe, for example. And you get a little cloth bag to transport the light so it doesn't get destroyed or scratched. And this is the light. So as you can see, you have this small LCD screen here which shows everything, all the settings. You have the tactical button over here, you can push it and you can dial it. There are the USB-C charging port, a thread, quarter-inch thread to attach the light to different stuff. You have the mode button up here, where you change from tungsten balanced light and daylight to RGB colors and to the effects. And then you have the turn on button here. It's just a switch button. Right now, I don't know if it's possible to see anything on the screen. It's a little hard to see. So right now it's around 5600 Kelvin. You have 25%, or sorry, the brightness is at 25%, and you can see the battery life indicator as well. So that is also very nice. If I turn it off again, you can see the individual LED bulbs. You have the daylight balanced and the the RGB lights and the daylight and tungsten balanced light. So right now I can tell you that it's a little hard for you to see, but it was these out here. These are the daylight balanced and the tungsten balanced light. Those white ones here are the RGB ones. So the light is it's very nice. I think it's a kind of aluminium. It is very light, but it feels really robust at the same time. So I think it's a decent quality. There is some kind of, as you can see, a little bit diffusion, but not that much. But also to protect the LEDs, and it's a plastic. It's a hard plastic, so nothing will happen to the LEDs. I don't know what happened if it gets dropped. I don't want to test that. So when you flip on the switch right here, we have the intensity. I don't know why I have to angle it like this so you can see the display. So if I dial it down, you can see it changes to a warmer color. And if I dial it up again, it will get brighter. Not brighter, but much more daylight balanced, or much wider. Right now it's at 7,000 Kelvin. So if I push it once, I will change to the brightness. And here I can dim the light down to 10% and up to 100, and it's okay fast to change. So it gets very bright, as you can see. Let's dial it down again. So on the top of the light we have that, let me just get some focus here. So on the top up here we have the mode button. When I flip that, it will change into the RGB. And if I just angle it a bit, you can see the hue. So when I dial it up, for example, the colors will change. And you can see that the light also changes. You can change it pretty accurate regarding to the color spectrum. So that is very nice. And of course you can still dim it down to 10%, but also up to the 100%, as I was mentioning. So it outputs actually very decent. You can see the battery life indicator over here. I have used it a bit, so it's not fully charged right now. Let me just dial it down so it's not blown out that much. So that is very nice. If I push it once more, let me get the screen. That I think you can see it now. So if I push the mode button once more, I will go into the effect mode, and right now it's just like lightning strikes. And if I push the tactical button again, you can dial it down, up or down, you can see that the effect changes. And in this LCD screen, it's only called effect and not the actual effect. So I have to guess what the effect is or remember it. If I push it again, I'm back to the first one. So let me dial it down to 5600 Kelvin. It shifts by 50 increments at the time when changing the color temperature, which is just fine. We don't need more accuracy than that. The light is very slim, as you can see. It's just around the same size as my finger. When I hold it like this, you cannot see the LCD screen, but when I turn it, it gets really clear. So that is a bit weird when looking into the camera. That's not how it works when you're looking with your eyes. So something happens in the camera. So compared to the Falcon Eyes F7, the Andycine R1 is a little bit smaller. And if we compare to my iPhone as well, you can see my iPhone 7 is a little bit bigger. But it's not much. So it's a very nice light in a very compact size, just around the same size as as an iPhone 7. So I think that's very nice. You can put it in your pocket and really transport it very easy. And with the included cloth here, or not cloth, included bag, it also protects the light. So that's very neat. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this little unboxing and review of this light. In the description down below there are affiliated links to purchase this light. These are affiliated, so I will get a small commission for every purchase. You don't have to pay anything extra. This is a partnership between Amazon or eBay, for example. So please use those links to sponsor me for more videos like this. Hit me with a like button if you like this video. Hit that bell button down below if you want to get notified every time I post a new video. And leave me a comment if you have any questions. And I will see you in the future.